If you go for the things that you want and you fail, it's absolutely okay, because now you can try again. You have that new information, and now you try again and again and again until you succeed. However, if you go for the thing that doesn't really matter for you, and in the end you still succeed, are you really happy? Are you really fulfilled? Because there's so many times in my life I decide to do many things that deep down inside my heart, my intuition tells me that, hey, this is not what you are calling for. This is not your purpose. Why are you doing these things? But I often ignore that little voice inside telling me that, hey, stop it. Do the thing that fulfills you. Do the thing that makes you happy. But for so long, I did the thing that didn't really fulfill me. Eventually, when I even succeed at that, I'm not really happy. Look at so many people around us. They major in minor things. They decide to choose to do something because society tells them to do that, because their parents tell them to do that, because they think that career looks so cool and they want to pursue that. But during the journey of pursuing it, they are miserable. They are unhappy. Something always missing inside their heart. But they do it anyway because they have been invested for so long. They have invested a lot of money, a lot of time in it. Let's just take one more semester so that I can graduate it and get that degree. But you know that degree doesn't really serve you any purpose. That degree doesn't really make you fulfilled. There's so many people, they study something because they think that major will make them a lot of money. They choose money as their main core value. But they don't know that by doing so, they make themselves so miserable in the process. Until later when they find out about that, it's become too late. At this time, they tell themselves that, well, I already invested so many years. I already invested so much money. Now I have to keep going. And even though they eventually succeed at that major, but that's not what they calling for. That's not what their heart tell them to pursue. That's not what they dream for. Just because you invested a lot of time and money to pursue something doesn't mean that you have to continue to pursue. It's a mistake. It's a cost. Guess what? Leave it behind. It's the past and move on. Don't be like most people. When they invested in something, they feel like they have the obligation to continue to pursue the thing that doesn't really fulfill them. The same thing with a job. Just because you have worked at that job for a few years and you feel like you want to get promoted, but deep down inside you know that you're not in that industry. Your heart is not want to work in that industry. You don't want to work in that environment. But just because you have invested so long, and just because that you want to make more money, and you despise your heart, your voice inside of you tell you to get out. But you use your limited bullshit logic to justify that, hey, it's okay. Many people around me do the same things. So it must be quote unquote normal. So it's absolutely normal for me to pursue this and there's nothing wrong about it. Even though the voice inside of you keeps screaming over and over again. What most people do is they try to ignore that voice. For most people, it happens at a subconscious level. They hear that voice, but they're not sure if that voice is true or not. They decide to ignore it, and they decide to use the bullshit logic to look at the people around them and thought that's the way it's supposed to be, and continue to pursue the wrong thing, continue to major in minor things. And it also applies so true in relationship. You know that you need to drop that friend because he or she doesn't really help you growth. Or he or she does, it just keep complaining over and over again and tells you all the negative things, and you know that you need to stop hanging out. Now you use bullshit reason to justify that, oh, I have known him for 5 years, he is a good person. You used all of the fucking bullshit reason like that. And at least you tell yourself that, oh, at least I have friend, I have somebody to hang out with, so that I'm not alone. You use all of that fucking bullshit reason, and you tell yourself that, hey, I'm succeeding, at least I have friend, right? You thought that you succeed, but that's an illusional, my friend. You succeeding at the wrong thing. You succeed at the thing that don't matter. What's the point of succeeding if that thing don't really make you happy? If that thing don't really excite you at all? Because all you end up doing is like waste your life and waste your energy. You literally try to kill your soul each day. We have to ask ourselves, hey, is this what I truly want? Is this my purpose? Is this my calling? Is this something that excites me? When we pursue our purpose, when we pursue our dreams, we have to ask ourselves that, hey, is this what I truly want? Is this my purpose? Is this my calling? Is this something that excites me? Shut down all the bullshit reason and really listen to our heart or our intuition. If your heart wants you to do something, explore it. Don't be scared. Most people know that when they hear your heart like, hey, let's do that thing, they feel really excited in the moment, and then fear appears in their mind. They let that fear control their life. In life, there is really no standard formula for something is right or wrong. It's all about trial and error. And listen to your heart and listen to your intuition. If it tells you to do something, explore it. Yes, you will experience fear. Yes, you will experience uncertainty, unknown. Yes, you will experience failure. But that doesn't matter. What matters is you listen to your purpose, you listen to your calling, and you do it anyway. Each time you do it, you build trust with yourself. You tap into that potential that you have ignored for so long, and that's a really key, my friend. The fastest way to your true fulfillment is to tap into that potential. Tap into that calling within your heart. It tells you every day. It communicates with you every day. You have to just listen to it. Ignore the noises that tell you not to do it. Don't let fear holding you back from the life that you always wanted. Human beings have a tendency to avoid pain and to seek pleasure. And most of the time we choose to avoid pain. That's our default setting. That's for the people that they are not aware of it, that they go through life unconsciously. But now, since you are aware of it, and oftentimes when we choose to avoid pain, that means we choose an easy and predictable path. But as a fearless warrior, as someone who go for greatness, you have to change that default setting. Instead of trying to avoid pain, you focus more on seeking a pleasure. Focus on a potential gains. Who cares what you have? Who cares what you have been investing? See what's more out there. Explore more. What is something that your heart tells you to do? And that life is all about. To explore what we are curious about. To figure out a next puzzle. To do something that truly fulfills you. Instead of worrying about what we got to lose, focus on what we got to gain. Our greatest fear shouldn't be of failure, but of succeeding at things in life that don't really matter. Stop doing the things that don't really put your heart on fire. Because at the end of the day, even when you succeeded, you won't really happy. It won't really fulfill you. Wake up before it's too late. Just because you invest in something doesn't mean you have to continue pursue it. Wake up, listen to your intuition. Somehow you already know the answer. You already know what you want to do. Listen to it carefully and take action towards whatever that you want. whatever that put you on fire. I hope you enjoyed this episode and got some value out of it. And if you did, please share with at least one friend that you know. That will help this channel a lot. And until next time, you are a beautiful human being. Thank you.